Hello everyone, welcome back to our tutorial on trigonometry, and this video is going to show you our cosine rule. Okay, this is going to show you how to find the unknown length in a triangle using the cosine rule. So in front of you we have a triangle ABC with all those details, 8 and 13 cm, 55 degrees and xcm. So according to our previous knowledge, if we were to label all these angles and sides, okay, the angles are A, B, and C, and this is length A, this is length B, and this is length C. Okay, so I'm going to make it simple for you because I'm sure you have learned this in school, but I'm just going to make it simpler for you, and this is how it goes. Okay, always start with what you want to find, and in this case, you want to find this XCM. Okay, because I want to find XCM, which is B, I'm going to put up the my A square as XCM. Okay, instead of using A, the true A, which is 8 cm in this diagram, I'm going to use X as my value of A in the for this formula. Okay, and that means in the next formula you see B and C squared. So by right, you're supposed to take length of X and length of 13, which is the remaining two lengths, right? So if we go back to our intention here, since X is the A, that means my next two lengths will be A and C according to this diagram, which is 8 square plus 13 square. Okay, remember to put your brackets. And then I'm going to repeat minus 2 of 8 and 13, and followed by sine A. A is cosine A. Okay, followed by cosine A. And the angle A here, okay, and the angle A here is the opposite or corresponding to the length A. So in this case, the opposite of length X is 55 cm. Therefore, it is cosine 55 cm. Okay, so let me repeat this again, how I get these values here. Basically, what you want to find is always in this corner. Okay, if I want to find the length of X, I'm going to have to use the two remaining lengths, which is 8 and 13 in this case, regardless of the letters in your triangle. Because, as I mentioned before, you may not get a triangle ABC, you may get a triangle of M and P or PQR, you know, that kind of a situation. So we need to be flexible. We want to understand how the formula works. So if I want to find the length of X, and always start with what you want to find in this corner here, your next two lengths are basically whatever is given in the diagram. Okay, and you will see these numbers. If you put 8 and 13 here, these two numbers will repeat itself in the next two sides here. Okay, in the 2BC. And then lastly, the angle, okay, the angle 55 degrees is the corresponding angle of your length X, which is in this case 55 cm. Okay, so try to see the pattern here, which is whatever the length that you want to find, its corresponding angle must be at the end, and whatever is in the middle here are the two remaining lengths in your triangle that you know the values. Okay, so what you need to do next is simply calculate the values of x 8 square plus 13 square minus 2 8 13 multiplied by cosine 55, and then you get the value of x squared. Okay, punch the numbers in your calculator and tell me what you have. Yep, and you will get 83.696. I'm going to leave it in 5 significant figures, and therefore to get the value of x, we simply have to square root these values, right? So square root of 83.696, and you will get 9.15 cm, correct to 3 significant figures. Okay, yeah, so guys, this is how we use our cosine rule to find the length. Okay, at the end of this series on cosine rule, I'm going to show you the two scenarios where you must use the cosine rule straight away. Okay, without having to think, without having to think so much, without having to guess. Instead, once you see this diagram, you'll be able to know, okay, I must use my cosine rule. Okay, stay tuned for that videos. All right. In the meantime, I'll catch you at our next video on how to find the angle using our cosine rule. Okay.